All right, everybody, we're going to be doing a replacement headlamp install on my 2008 Dodge Charger. I'm going to give you a quick look at what the headlights look like now. There you go. Kind of get a good look at them side by side. A lot of different options that you have in the headlight, aftermarket headlight realm. LEDs of all different shapes and sizes, but I decided to go with these Optilux Extreme White. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out one of the sides, and we're going to do a side-by-side comparison and see how they look before moving on to the next side. Start by opening up the hood, put in the service position. We're going to actually start with the passenger side. It's the easier side to get access to. So what I'm going to do is I just want to take a look and see what position the plugs are currently in. So they are straight up and down. You're going to want to make sure that you make note of that. Try to see if I can't bring you in for a closer shot. So they are straight up and down with the clip up. Now reach in here, gently turn, pull out. Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I got my form type, so I can take my quiz on my phone if I have to. Yeah, like
4 minutes, and I recap a lot.
see, that's why I don't like paper requirements because we don't do bullshit, but it answers what you wanted.
In conclusion, I like to say,
This portion is bullshit.
Okay. I'm going to be careful to not touch the bulb itself. And I will say that whenever I was putting this one in or pulled it out, the plug was flat, and then when it was locked, it was vertical. So this is something to make reference to. So pull it out.
Hey, how's it
Hey,
going?
good. And this is the 9005 XS. This car has two different sizes. So I've got a 9005 and a 9006. And this one was a 9005. So it's important to just do one at a time. You don't want to get ahead of yourself and replace the wrong one. Otherwise, you'll be doing it twice. So get this knife out, get these bulbs opened up. There we go. There we go. There we go. There's a release. Slides right out. Perfect. Don't touch the bulb. And remember, it was flat whenever I'd taken it out. So we're going to seat the bulb. We're going to put it down. Be careful not to grab the glass. Put it in flat. And then rotate it into position. So it's in flat now. Okay. Got to finagle it a little bit. something. I'm gonna make sure these have the same pattern. So when it's flat, yep, has the same pattern. There we go. Key. Put it in. Get it seated. There's 3 grooves it has to go in. Gotcha. Put it in flat and then rotate it the correct way. This one here on the outside, to undo it, I'm turning it in. So when I go to install it, it's going to go pretty flat, and then I'm going to rotate it away from the car. So it's just important that you make those small notations of what way you'll be rotating it. And then this is the, should be the 9006. Yep. Plugged up, get it into position, and remember to turn it the opposite way. It's a little awkward. Perfect. You just gotta push it in. There's a little gasket in there. You gotta make sure you get it pushed in good enough to seat past that gasket. Now, I'm gonna move my tools away from the car. I don't want anything to fall in the motor area on startup. Now, I'm not sure if you can, from what I'm seeing, here's the OEM. It's a yellow. It's a yellowing light, okay? This one over here is extremely clear. Looks much, much brighter. I'm gonna hit the brights and we're gonna see what kind of difference we have on the brights. Oh yeah, much, much better look. Those are every bit of twice as bright. It just looks so clean. Honestly, it makes the front end of the car look so much better. Wow, I'm really impressed with that. So basically, you're gonna do the exact same thing on the driver's side. The only thing is you have to remove this air box first. Go ahead and turn off the car. So I'm going to go ahead and do this side as well. I had initially bought an LED kit last week, but something I found out, if you're buying an aftermarket light kit, even though Amazon said it was a fit, you'll notice on my stock light where the plug is at here, it goes in this side. So the aftermarket LEDs that I'd purchased from Amazon, it went up, but the plug was coming out the side. There was not enough clearance because there's a round weather stripping around your headlight to keep water moisture from getting in there, and it would not clear that. So when you're ordering an aftermarket part, be sure to at least take a look at what you have stock on your vehicle and make sure it's semi-close as far as the design, because like I said, Amazon said it was a match, but it was in fact not a match. So I just want to make sure that all it cost me was time. Everybody knows Amazon has an excellent return policy. So I was able to send those other headlights back at no cost to myself, because like I said, the fitment center through Amazon said they would fit, and then they didn't. So, not with some major modifications, and I'm not willing to do that to my car. So, all right. So, we have to remove the air box. First, what I do, there's two little clips here, and they're just like you were going to change your air filter. So do those two little clips. It's extremely cold today. It's like 35 degrees, so the rubber and stuff's not really wanting to do much. This would be a good time to change your air filter. Mine's not in too bad a shape, so I'm not going to do that today. And you're going to need the famous 10mm socket for this. Fortunately for me, I have not lost mine. So use your 10mm socket and put that bolt screw in my pocket. Your air filter chamber pops right out, and then this gives you the much needed access to actually change your light bulbs. So let's go ahead and pull one and get one replaced. Once again, I like to make reference to which way they're pointing. Both of these are pointing straight up and down. It looks like they're tight on there. let's see here. So to remove it, I turn it this way. It's about flat. So I'll keep that in mind for the reinstall. Like I said, it's so dang cold. These plastic clips are not wanting to release easily, but they will. Just gotta mess with them. Where's my multi-tool? We'll pry. Need something to pry that up with. Just a little too cold for the fingers. Fantastic. This is a 9005. 9005. Get it put on. Fantastic. Line it up with how the position was when you pulled it. And on mine, to uninstall it, I had to turn it away from the vehicle, or to the outside of the vehicle, counterclockwise. Now, to seat it, I'll be turning it clockwise. You just have to get it seated first, and then get it turned. And I found that if it won't turn, chances are you need to just push it in a little harder before trying to turn it. Seems to be working for me. I'm gonna go ahead and hang on to these. They weren't burned out. I don't really see any reason throwing them away. You never know what could happen. So this one is turning a lot easier. Turn it away from the vehicle. Pull that clip up. At the same time, while you're pulling the clip up, you have to slightly pull out on the bulb. Okay. The clip is two independent pieces, so it's kind of a bear to get undone, but it's nothing that's impossible. It's just a little challenge. No big deal. Grab this bulb, and you'll notice they both have that tip. This is because these are for the daylight, the low beam, and they put that frosting on the end of the tip there to kind of dim down some of the brightness, and that's what makes them low beam. So you want to bring your bulb in carefully. Make sure you got it lined up, the right angle. Get it pushed in. And then you will straighten it out. Okay, I'm already straight, so I need to flatten it. There we go. Flat, push, and turn. There we go. It's all about the angle. And when I'm saying So we're going to say here is the plug. So what I'm finding out, this is the end position. If this is the front of your headlight and you're pushing that bulb in like that, that's the end position. When I'm starting it off, it's not quite like here's, you know, would be like 180 flat. It's about like that. So you put it in like that, press really hard, and then turn it vertical, and it's seated. So if it gives you any problems or any struggles, that's what it is. Unfortunately, there's not enough space to really see what you're doing. You kind of going blind, but I just did 4 of them. We're at 26 minutes on the video. So 26 minutes, because I haven't done anything off camera. If I was to pay someone to install these at a shop, it was going to be 50 bucks. So I just saved $50 for 26 minutes of work. Next thing is we're going to move the tools out of the area. Okay. We're going to start up the vehicle. Make sure everything's good to go. We're just going to set that here. It's not hitting anything. We're going to do a quick startup and we're going to see. Got the car started up. Got the brights on. And there we go. Looks fantastic. It looks so much nicer than it did before. So much nicer. I'm really impressed. And I mentioned earlier I bought these off of Amazon. These bulbs were, I gave, I think, $23 per pair. So I'm in this project about $46 or so. Not bad in my opinion. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to be able to see as good as I can at nighttime. For early morning and nighttime driving, I'm going to be doing a lot of commuting in the early morning hours for work, and I want to make sure that I can see, because I'll be in deer country, and I want to make sure that I can see those deer before they try to jump out in front of me. So for me, this is 100% a safety factor. I'm not doing it for the coolness of super white lights or anything like that. Although I do think they look good. They make the car look newer from the front end, that's for sure. Get your air filter seated, push back into place, you're done. Shut the engine compartment and you're good to go. I'll probably check the oil on this later on today. Get a paper towel and actually check the dipstick. I don't have a paper towel on me right now, so. Well, thanks for joining me on this little how-to guide of doing a headlight replacement on a 2008 Dodge Charger SXT. So, until next time, have a great day.